Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Nurul Amanda binti Mat Razi, 275553. We are from Group 2 for BKAA 2013 Auditing and Assurance 1 Group I. So today we would like to present about the financial scandal of China Medical Technologies Inc. First, let's start with an introduction. China Medical Technologies Inc. was a Cayman Islands company incorporated in year 2004 and headquartered in China that is reportedly in liquidation due to allegation of fraud. It claimed to be developing, manufacturing and market advance in medical devices technologies. In August 2005, the company went public for a total of earnings over than 100 million. The additional shares were issued in March 2006 and August 2008, raised a cumulative total for more than $200 million. Unfortunately, an unknown letter was sent to KPMG Hong Kong and CMED's auditor in 2009, exposing alleged immoral and unethical management behavior since 2007, and the corporation suspended its operation in the beginning of 2012, with the carrying bond debt to the investors. Now we move to the chronology of the fraud. In 2009, the KPMG Hong Kong and China Medical Technologies former auditor received an unknown letter claiming that the former management of China Medical Technologies had involved in a suspicious transaction in 2007. Thus, an investigation was carried out by Paul Weiss with the engagement from AlixPartners to provide forensic analysis. In 2011, the company had been attacked by short sellers and it led to stock plunging due to recent report released by the Glaucus Research Group claiming that the medical devices manufacturer manipulated and defrauded the shareholders. In 2012, the indenture holder of China Medical Technologies notes filed a winding up petition in the Cayman Islands, demanding the liquidation of the corporation and the selection of liquidators to handle such affairs. Paul Weiss and AlixPartners obtained a significant number of documents and provided the liquidator with a wide range of reports and electronic alternatives. In 2017, the founder and former executive of China Medical Technologies Incorporation are accused of stealing more than $400 million from investors in the United States. Jiadong Wu, who is the CEO, and Tak Yung Samson Sang, the former CFO, deceived about how they intended to spend the notes offering from January 2005 to November 2012, claiming it will be used for general purpose, said prosecutor.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Muhammad Yazid bin Masaleh, and today I'm going to talk about impact of fraud for China Medical Technologies. So, KPMG was China Medical's auditor between 2005 to 2009, and KPMG, which signed off the audit, has claimed it does not have the paper, which is the fraud paper. In 2009, an anonymous letter to audit community accused senior management of committing fraud with respect to the company's financial and its acquisition. After an investigation by audit committee, CMED, which means China Medical Technologies Auditor, KPMG resigned. So if KPMG resigned because of the findings of the internal investigation, the PwC, which is another audit firm with a similar reputable firm, would not be willing to take up the audit. PwC would not benefit to take up the case if the findings indicate problem of the company or its management. So in addition, KPMG continued to provide its consent to include its audit report in the annual report for the subsequent 2 fiscal years. And KPMG has allowed liquidators to examine some of China Medical's paper on site under the supervision of auditors' personnel and attorneys, a situation judged to characterized as unworkable. KPMG was provided unqualified audit opinions for financial statement of the firm and its subsidiaries during that period. So, other than that, next point is the police complaint says that Sang, which is the CEO of the company on that time, his wife owns almost 7 million of Hong Kong properties. Citing public records, the liquidators say that Sang transferred ownership of 3 apartments to his wife's name in the months leading up to his resignation from China Medical in December 11. So they say that Sang owned 3 Hong Kong companies but dissolved one and applied to register the other 2 in August 2012, just after China Medical was sold. Sang elite reorganization of his financial affairs around that time of his resignation, and China Medical's bankruptcy are cause for serious concern, the complaint said. And the last one, in November 2017, 91 partners of the auditor KPMG faced contempt proceeding in Hong Kong High Court as CMED liquidators took action against KPMG with regard to its refusal on a February 2019 court order to produce Chinese working papers, correspondence and record to the regulators. The regulators are asked that 91 defendants to held in contempt of court, which could result in criminal penalties or weekly fine. KPMG has issued written audit report for CMED from 2003 to 2008 and was replaced by PwC Zhongtian in August 2009. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Naimah binti Ahmad Basri, metric number 262200. I would like to present about the red flag or system of the case. Based on an article by Glaucus Research Group, California, on July 7, 2011, there are some evidence to conclude that CMED committed fraud by overpaying for an acquisition from an entity that appears to be secretly related to CMED founder, CEO and chairman. There are 5 red flags to support the national that CMED is a fraud. Regarding of China medical technology scandal, there are some red flags that has been recognized since 2005. The first red flag is where CMED paid $28 million for an acquisition from a seller who we believe was secretly related CMED chairman. Evidence show also that CMED radically overpaid for the acquisition a few months before selling the company to CMED. A company controlled by parties related to CMED insider bought out minority shareholders at price suggesting that the business was worth $5 to $8 million, not a $28 million paid by CMED for the acquisition. Issue of CMED sold its primary business segment, responsible for the majority of the firm's sales since inception, to the chairman at less than 2 times trailing EBITDA has been the second red flag. This suspicious-looking transaction was designed to cover up the Chinese FDA was about to suspend permit to sell HIFU product, thus rendering CMED's core business segment worthless. The third red flag occurred where despite a potentially profitable business, CMED is a serial capital raiser and has not generated free cash flow for most of its history. The company has spent twice as much on investing activities and it has purportedly generated from operation. So much like a typical Chinese fraud, it relies on debt or equity financing as its primary source of cash generation. Next, CMED's balance sheet presents numerous highly suspicious red flags. CMED receivables account for almost 3 times highest percentage of net revenues than its Chinese competitor, and its days sales outstanding are on average 141.9 days longer than a leading Chinese competitor, despite the fact that both companies sell similar products to similarly situated customers. The last red flag was in 2009, where an anonymous letter to the audit committee accused senior management of committing fraud with respect to the company financial and its acquisition. After an investigation by the audit committee, CMED auditor KPMG is resigned. Next is ethical issue. First is confidentiality. CMED paid $21 million for an acquisition from a seller who we believe was secretly related to CMED chairman. Second, profit-oriented management. March 21, 2017, the founder and a former executive of China Medical Technologies were charged in the US with stealing more than $400 million for investors. Will account for a much higher percentage of net revenue than its competitors. The company deducted its molecular diagnostics business through its direct sales team rather than distributors. And the last one is bribery. China Medical Technologies has bribed to cover up that the Chinese FDA will or suspend CMED permission to sell HIVU product.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabila binti Maisov and my metric number is 272810. So now I will present about auditor roles in these cases. So the first issue of the auditor roles, which is the auditing firm KPMG in Hong Kong, which signed off on the audit, claims that it does not have the documents. KPMG Huazin has permitted liquidators to review some China Medical's documents on site under the oversight of auditors and lawyers, a situation judge has described as unworkable. KPMG did not respond to requests for comment by phone or email. Proof provided by the company's liquidator shows that company's previous executive looted at least $355 million from the Phony Technological acquisition. So now we go to the second issue, which is the Hong Kong Institute of CPAS, the accounting authority in Hong Kong, should look into the breach of accounting practice. There are regulatory reforms in Hong Kong to improve the audit oversight, but they are unlikely to affect this situation. KPMG was the most egregious in terms of mislabeling audit employment, but all of Hong Kong's Big Four have had this problem, which I believe stems from inability to recognize the importance adhering to their regulatory system. These problems emerged when the PwC signatures Alibaba's account in Hong Kong, ignoring the fact that the organization is based in Hangzhou. So the last issue of the auditors, which is KPMG Hong Kong, China's medical former auditor, sent an anonymous letter in 2009 claiming that the Chinese medical former management had participated in a series of irregular transactions in the 2 years prior to that period, in which China Medicals reportedly passed hundreds of millions of dollars in Chinese firms controlled by parties that connected to Chinese medical management. The funds were then channeled back to China Medicals in the pretext of sale. Additional accusations of wrongdoing were also made in the letter.
Hi, I'm Muhammad Shukri bin Muhammad Saligadi. Now I'm going to talk about the conviction and sentencing in this case. As we know, the CEO of the company, who is Xiao Dongwu, and the CFO of the company, Samsun Sai, both have been alleged guilty in this case, where the court believed they have stolen around $400 million from the investors. Besides that, the court also have summoned around 91% in Hong Kong. Both, all 91% is the partners for KPMG Hong Kong. These summons are made to ensure that KPMG Hong Kong give full cooperation and commitment on conducting this case. Now, we are on the last part in this presentation, which is conclusion. Now, as we know, auditor plays important roles in business nowadays. Because of that, they need to know any misconduct made by them may cause loss to several parties. In this situation, the investor have incurred a very big loss because of the misconduct from the auditor. Because of that also, the auditor also may face a very strict action from the court. Last but not least, the auditor need to ensure they acquire several moral values such as prudence and stewardship. These moral values will ensure the auditor is trustworthy and excellent. That's all from us. Thank you.